What's up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm Turbo John. You're on the Turbo John YouTube channel. If you didn't watch the last two videos, we got our tails kicked at Dig or Die. That's pretty much the synopsis. If you want to go watch it, we have fun doing the videos. We had fun at the track. Did not have fun going out first round on Friday and first round on Saturday. So just got home. It's Sunday, and over there, that's the weight that was in the car. All the weight. Actually, it's not all of it. There's still two pucks under the tail end. But that is the weight that we took out of the car. That's about 700 pounds. The wing weighs about 50 pounds. And then we got about another 75 or so in the under the bottom. So we've got about 800 pounds in the car. Had about 800 pounds in the car. But Dig or Die is over. That's the backtrack race we always do. It's one of my funnest ones. This big block, though, is kicking my tail, managing the power. One good thing, one saving grace, I guess you could say, the guy, Robbie, that outrun us, that put the gap train on us, he ended up going to the finals. So it's not like he had a duck. I mean, I drew a bear first round. I knew he was fast. And my car hit the tire. It took off, hit the tire a little bit. Didn't even get up on traction control, but it did spin, lose it. And then when it shifted, it caught the tire again, but then I didn't have enough to catch him. I think I stopped the pull maybe when he was going, but he probably had some mile per hour on me when we went across the finish line. It didn't run bad. I mean, it was not a bad pass at all, but it was not fast enough. Had we stayed and made some more passes, I didn't even realize that they were doing a second chance race. Honestly, I was just kind of frustrated. I was tired, had a heck of a week last week. It was busy, so, I mean, we got home early. I got home last night, unloaded the car, took everything back, got it in the garage, and got home on Saturday night, got to sleep in my bed. I actually watched the live feed from Corey's channel, Spooled Media. I watched that live feed sitting on my couch when the race got over. So not a bad thing. So here we are Sunday now. Get some relaxation time and start working on a race car. Let me show you what we got. Appreciate it. Comment, like, and subscribe if y'all want to support the channel. We got hats and t-shirts on our website, turbojohnracing.com. Thanks. All right. Wasn't quite prepared. We did get some new Hoosiers on it. Like I was saying, we got those from KOTV. But these are the weights. These are about 60 pounds, 65. Some are a little bit heavier. And then these little ones are about 25 pounds a piece. Those little pieces over there that whole thing was 125 for the whole block, and I cut it in half. So that is, whatever that is, 125 over there. Got all the weight out of the car. Man, that kicked my butt. If you saw that time lapse, you saw that I was kind of struggling. So, got a few other things. Let's talk about it a little bit. I just got off the phone with Uncle Mike a minute ago. And we got all of this weight back here in the back, right? And this is like a ladder system. So just imagine you got all this weight here because this is the way we built it. We wanted all the weight here. We hoped we wouldn't have to put a lot of weight in it. But then about right here is the rear end. So this is the rear end. About right here is your anti-roll bar. The anti-roll bar is tied in between, not these top ones, but the ones down there, the frame rail on the bottom down there that goes across. That's where the anti-roll bar is. And then up here is where all this stuff ties in to the chassis. So you got, it's a double frame rail. So you got the top bar, bottom bar. This is bar here. This is bar up under here. And then, so all of the weight, 4-link brackets. You can see 4-link brackets over there off of this. So all of the weight is tied from here. Now, of course, you got the down bars that go back through there, and it's all nice and supported. But think about, 800 pounds on basically like a 4-foot ladder. So this stuff moves around and shakes around. So it's one of those things. It's supported and it's got, the right stuff on it, but it's a ladder. So I don't know if that's causing some of the issues. We're running a lot of weight in the car. So wishbone got worn out heim joints again, or actually I think it's loose, the actual tube, the slider. So we got to get some of that. Look at this. So I thought we had all that taken care of, not unless it's wore the heim joints out again. I have not went up under there. I just shook it. So that might be some of our issues as well. So we're still working on it, but we're racing front side from now on for a little while anyway. So we got to change the springs in the back. Right now we've got the heavy springs on it. So they're back here. See, it's all jacked up now because we got all the weight out of it. Ride height went up. Gosh, I don't know how much it went up. Probably 2 inches, 3 inches. Front of the car, we got to move down. So we got to drop the ride height up here. I was also just talking to Uncle Mike about this too. You know, we did this last time we were at Dig or Die when Ryan Mitchell made a suggestion for us to raise the front of the car, and he was right. But the way we built this car, we built it to be low. And so I run my spanner up here 2 inches. And so when I went up 2 inches here, now look, now all my shaft is showing here. So I've still got long travels, but we're starting with a lot of shaft showing, so it's not as long of a travel as it could be. So I was just talking to Mike, and we might come up with a way, if we go backside with this car again, to get us a little bit more travel in the front, take these and build something and put them down under the bottom, reverse them, do something so that they are all, we can get, if we can get 2 more inches of travel, if we can push this down in there, that would help get the nose of the car up. Anytime you get the nose of the car up, it should in theory help it kind of drive power to the back tires. We did not spin on down track that time though, so that was good. We did not 100% lose. We 100% did not lose the tire. Down track, it only lost it right into top of first gear, and then once it shifted, like I was saying, it did recover. So I didn't have much boost on it. Had 13 pounds of dome pressure, which netted me about 16 pounds of boost. I was doing some math a few minutes ago. The number I run and the mile per hour I run, if I wouldn't have had any weight in the car, if I'd have had all that weight out and could have made it work, which, you know, obviously is not really capable at that point, but it would have run about 4/10 faster according to the Wallace Racing calculators. 4/10 is a lot. 4/10 would have been about where we needed to be ET wise. So if we do that math and say, okay, well, if it was 4/10 slow with no weight in the car, so then we got to do the opposite math and say, well, how much more power do we need to add to be able to run that same ET and same mile per hour at that weight? And so all it is turning the boost up. I mean, turning the boost up down track and letting it sing. But where I'm struggling is the big block torque and, you know, getting it to go and getting it to move. Horsepower to weight. I mean, obviously, the lighter you can be, you can have the same horsepower to rate ratio, and weight is a good thing, right? To a point. As long as you still got the same horsepower and the same power to weight ratio, then in the way I look at it is the car should run the same if the ratio is the same. But at some point, a lighter car, I think probably has a little bit of advantage as long as it's not too light. But remember, as long as you can keep the front wheels where they're bobbling to where they, you know, got hardly no weight on them because the car is accelerating, then, you know, if you've got 2,500 pound car versus 3,000 pound car, a 3,000 pound car bobbling the tires and a 2,500 pound car bobbling the tires, then you've got 500 more pounds of weight on the tire, which means in theory you should be able to put more power to it. I guess. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Well, clearly I don't know what I'm talking about. Don't listen to me. These are just all ideas. But anyway, so next time my car is going to be out, we're racing at Thunder Valley. We've got a couple of decisions to make on that. We definitely, like I said, we're going to lower the front, lower the back. Obviously, we're not going to have all the weight in the car. We might leave those 2 pucks in there now. Right there, that puts me at like 50, probably 54% on the nose. I might end up putting 220 more pounds in it, possibly. It depends. If we put radials on it, for sure might take it all out. And if we're going to keep it on slicks, which I got my slicks right here, but it's going to be a radial prep track. So I don't know if I want to go on slicks or not. But if we do, then I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know what we're going to do yet. I got a little while. I got a week or so to decide on that. So I don't know. A lot of rambling, guys. But I just want to give y'all an update on, you know, what we're doing after Dig or Die, what the plan is, I don't guess I really know what the plan is, honestly, at this point. But we were on the struggle bus. I mean, we were on the struggle bus a lot. It was fun. We had a good time. I appreciate all my friends, all my buddies coming and helping me at the track. It's still a good time. Any time at the track is always better than being at work or it's better than not being at the track, honestly. Being at the track is always fun, but it's always more fun when the car is working right and it's going rounds. You get to make more passes, right? And everybody wants to win. We want to win too. We expect to win. Honestly, winning has come pretty easy for us in the past with our junky cars, and now I've got this super nice car, and y'all have no idea how many cars over the years built like this, super higher quality stuff than I've ever had, that I put on the trailer. And so now I'm feeling it. And no, I'm not saying anything about the guys that outrun me. They had nice cars too. But it's just, I don't know, man. It's just a possibility for a backside race. You don't need a super stiff chassis. Maybe a super stiff chassis with everything tied together in the middle is a bad thing. I was talking to Billy Goat, Marty Wood, and he said some of the best times they ever run on the street was with no anti-roll bar, and it would cock up like this and just get on out there. He's a big-time street racer, knows what he's doing. He actually does really well at dig or die. So, that's some interesting stuff. Maybe there's something to it. Maybe having something built like this is not ideal. Now, I've got my aluminum small block over here. Y'all seen it. My aluminum small block's right there. Just waiting on my heads. And I still ain't got pistons. I tried to order pistons, and they were not on the website and just don't have them. And me and Mike talked about it when we first built the other car, when we first started building this one. Maybe the easy thing is take the aluminum small block. I've got everything to put it together. Instead of putting it in the OG car, just swap it in and out and pull a KC Max. When we're doing backside, like dig or die, that's really the only 3 races. But the aluminum small block in it. The aluminum small block, we went 450s at 160 miles an hour with it. So it's not like we have a power problem. We don't have a power problem at all. So that would be a couple 100 pounds off the nose, which means I would have to be able to take a couple 100 pounds out of the back and have a super good bias. So I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to be racing again this weekend, though, hopefully. We'll see what happens. I'll let y'all know. Stay tuned. The game plan, possibly, they're working on Randy's car this week. Just give y'all a heads up. Possibly going to be at Duck's race, at Donald Long's race, Duck's race, whatever Duck X or whatever it is. The radial race, Battle of the Thrones, I think it is, at Rockingham this weekend. They did put a no-time class up, so we potentially might have Randy's car there for that one. They're working on it this week, so it depends on if they're able to get it done. If not, there's a couple no-prep races around frontside stuff. So we might could go make some passes with mine, start trying to go fast again. I really am missing trying to go faster, and slowing it down is a challenge. It really is. All right, guys, comment, like, and subscribe. See y'all later.